It's possible to interact with databases in a number of ways when you're using gCADPlus. The simplest way and the cleanest way is to attach to your drawing what we call a GCP file. That's just a text file. Let me go here and edit plant list. So the simplest database is just a text file where you store botanical name, common name, type, code, pot size and cost and so on. You then, I'll cancel from there, you then use another tool in the gCADPlus drop-down menu and you set data to a plant, right-click to finish. So if for the sake of argument I wanted to set this nectarine to a plant, what I want to do is to find the nectarine. And let me just widen this page a little. I can best do that by coming across here. What I want to do is sort and find the nectarine. Now each one of these columns can be sorted in any way you like. You could sort on type, both in one direction and the other. You could sort on code if you wanted to, but here we want to sort on common name. So now it's an alphabetical order of common name, and we can easily, I hope, come down here and find the nectarine. Here it is, nectarine Arctic rose. So we say OK. So we've now set that plant, that symbol there, to that species. Once that's done, and by the way, you can check that you set all of these by saying show the symbols with names, and we've still a few more to go. But once that's done, I'll unselect all. It's possible then to use the gCADPlus plant schedule and draw, say, a standard schedule, 150 units, and just mark my schedule like so. And that one's a little crowded, isn't it? So we right-click and repeat it. Same height of text. We'll make it a little larger. And hopefully now we have a nice, neatly drawn plant schedule. Now as you add more, copy more plants, tag more plants, that schedule, of course, will be larger. So that's one way to interact with a database. It's very simple, doesn't blow the file size up much. The drawing remains easy to use, and you can load new sheet. I've loaded here. If we pick edit the plant list, this one is one that we distribute with gCADPlus called GARDENCAD GCP, and it's got some 427 entries in it. But you can open another one. You can pick one from any particular locality. So I'll pick open, and you can see here I've got lots of these, and some are delivered with gCADPlus. So you could go to your user directory and in here and documents, find the gCADPlus folder, and we'll load one called Paris tab. See, Mediterranean climate, Florida, wherever you make your own and give it its own name. So I'll open it, and you can see here that now I can widen it, the column there. This is a list for, and it beats our gCADPlus one because it's got an awful lot of species in it. But here we're storing the cost of this particular, buying this plant in that size, a C.5 container in the Paris area. So this gives you an ability to do costing from your design. So that's one way to interact with it. We interact with the database. We've also, on the tools drop down, you can say plant database, and that will hook you in. Let's do it. That'll start our SPPDB database. So I can say file and open. I'll open the sample one. I think it's already running. That's my problem here. I was rehearsing this and it was already running. And yes, here we are. Here's the SPP database. So this one's got 178 records in it. And I can press the arrow key there and run through. This time I've got photographs of individual species. This comes in very handy, of course, when you want that image is stored on my hard disk, so I could select that path and paste that image in. This database is more sophisticated. It holds an awful lot more information than the GCP text file database, and you can go to a find view and you can say, I want to pick a plant type, and I want from the database all of the medium shrubs, and then find, and that gives us a list of all the medium shrubs with their code and information about them. So I hope that helps show you how you can interact with that particular database. So, well, as well as databases that you've installed in your computer and the text-based database that comes built into gCADPlus, you can also use online databases and doing searches and find using Google image search, get an image and download that image and paste that into your design as well. This sort of work, of course, is most useful, and let's go back here, is most useful when you create a new layout and want to paste images into that layout page. So there's considerable scope for using plant databases with our software. We like to think that the text file, the simple gCADPlus based text files such as this, is really quick, very, very easy, and you can do a fair amount of sorting within it, and the ability to generate that plant schedule, have it automatically update whenever you add new plants, or copy symbols, or run a complex set of yes/no answers and generate a plant schedule that looks a little different to this. You could have the botanical name under the common name, you could eliminate the plant symbol, you could put the code in, and so on. So that's a brief rundown of databases and gCADPlus.